folks, it went down exactly as I told you it was going to go down, and we got 0 weddings this season. But let's get into the KB and Edmond of it all. Now, we all knew KB was going to say no because there was just no fucking way this was actually going to happen. How the fuck, when the fuck, why the fuck, who the fuck, where the fuck she stayed so long, we don't know. Hell. Edmond's an emotional guy. Edmond is a very emotional guy. He was crying before, during, after, like, it was a lot. What did you guys think of Edmond and his teacher? I thought it was very sweet. I think it's very sweet that he had somebody in his life to look out for him and care for him when his trifling ass mama wasn't able to. His trifling ass mama who didn't even come to the wedding anyway. I thought it was very strange that she didn't come, considering that she's missed so many of his other life moments. But maybe he was like, mama, you don't gotta come, you know, she gonna say no anyway. Anywho, it seems like he really did need somebody there in that moment, and it was his 5th grade teacher. Which, do you guys remember who your 5th grade teacher is? I remember who mine is, actually. Mr. fucking Ishii at Danube Elementary. I'll never forget Mr. Ishii. He's the first person that told me that I pronounce asks wrong. He said that all black people say it, they say it wrong. They say ax. I'll never forget that. Now I'll be like, asks. So I don't say axe. Anywho. But did anybody else notice that KB was kind of hinting before the altar that she was going to say no? When mama was like, we're getting married. KB actually looks and sounds just like her mom, by the way. When she was like, we're getting married, she was like, and when she was like, I look like Cinderella in my dress, did anybody else notice that she like lifted her dress and like practiced running away? You know how Cinderella runs away because she forgets her slipper? She lifts her dress and she runs. KB did that in the dressing room. I was like, oh, she's letting us know she's a runner. She's a track star. Edmond, please stop wearing the pick in your hair. You don't have to wear it on your wedding day. I think this came as no surprise to us. I think we all knew that KB was going to say no. I think Edmond knew she was going to say no. So I don't know what all this was about. But again, a moment where KB is emotional and probably needs to be consoled. She has to console Edmond. His reaction to the no was very strange. He started smacking his lips, like hitting his thigh, like, oh man, like, you know what I mean? It's just very a bizarre reaction for a grown adult. I don't know. It was almost like that tantrum-like behavior that we saw in Cabo, but he like held it together because he's like, oh, there's other fucking people here. And when he didn't know how to help her up the steps, I was like, okay, he can't help you with anything in life. He can't help you up the steps. He can't help you with anything in life. I did think her speech to him was really sweet. It was really heartfelt. I do think that KB loves Edmond. I don't think she loves him in a romantic way. I think she loves him in a very like friendship, coddle, baby-like way, because I didn't see any romance between them. I don't remember a kiss, a snuggle, a hug. If you guys recall, let me know. But it seems like he's pulling an Annie. Like all he knows how to say is, I love you so much, I love you, I swear I love you, I mean it, I love you, I swear I do. I don't know. The reaction is just a lot. It's just a lot. You know, the groaning in pain, like looking off, turning away. And then it's like, and then when he was alone, he was doing it too. And then when he was around everybody, he was doing it too. It's just a lot. But him sobbing up at the altar was sad. And everybody were just sitting there like it was really sad. But again, a moment where she needed to be consoled and she was crying and she was having a rough moment. Like, she had to be the strong one. She always has to be the strong one. And she would have continued to have to be the strong one in this relationship. Edmond was like, maybe down the future, or maybe in the future, whatever the hell. He said down the road. And she's like, I'll never write you off. Girl, you never want to see that man again. But when she said he was a stepping stone, yeah, a stepping stone means you are what I needed to get to the next shit. Not like I'm going to stay here or that this has a chance. Like, this is what I needed to get to the next shit. You showed me exactly what I don't fucking want, bruh. But again, his teacher came in, saved the day. Hearing him sob to her was so sad. Like, she seems to really, really care for him. I do think that he's a light. I do think he's special, right? Like, I think he's a very special, unique personality. There's somebody out there for him that maybe has a similar personality. That very quirky, like, you know, maybe also a little childlike. I feel like that would be a good match for him. You know, the teacher was trying to be encouraging, like, you know, she's a sapphire, you need a diamond. And she's right. He deserves somebody that's going to be 100%. I think we saw this from a mile away, that this just wasn't going to work out intellectually, emotionally. Like, they just weren't matched at all. But kudos to KB for seeing the experiment through and seeing it all the way to the altar, because I think she knew weeks ago that this wasn't going to work out. I think he knew weeks ago that this wasn't going to work out. But It was sad to see, but I told y'all that it was going to be a no. You free bitch. Alli wanted a man with a check, okay? She should have just said that in the pods because what you mean? Give him some grace on his drinking. I didn't really see him partying. I'm not sure how much I believe this friend. She only been around for 3 months to, yeah, he wasn't who I thought he was in the pods. And like, it's because of his drinking and partying. The fuck? I thought you said you didn't see no drinking and partying and to give him grace on his drinking. We saw the drinking. I mean, bitch, we all saw the drinking. Like, he was chugging the damn champagne the minute you said no. But you wanted a man with a check. You wanted a man with a big bag. Your friends made that clear. Your friends kind of laid it out for us that you wanted a man with a big check, with a big bag, and he didn't have it. And to each his own. You wanted a soft life, happy wife, happy life. Bitch, you hot, you fine as shit. You know, you can get you a man that's going to give you that soft life. So, hell. Anybody else not really fuck with her friends? Did anybody else think that they were like snooty bitches? Because I did, and I get it. What they were saying was, I guess, valid. Like a woman of your caliber, which I'm not really sure what caliber that is. But I mean, a hot bitch, yeah, like a hot young bitch that could probably get any man that she wants. Yeah, maybe that's what they meant. I don't know. I didn't like them. And they're like, oh yeah, I mean, he'll be able to provide and like he'll be able to do this, but just like on a budget. Anywho, but I knew this was a no. I knew this was a no. I think she made it incredibly clear in the episodes leading up to this. I think that Anton knew it was a no. It seemed like Anton and his mom very much knew it was a no. He seemed very nervous. He seemed very anxious. His mom even went to kind of check on a bitch. Like, hey, bitch, how you feel about my son? Like, are you going to say no? Are you going to embarrass his ass up there? And for her to look her in the eye and be like, I love him. I love him. I would think you were going to say yes. But it feels like mom knew that she was going to say no because she still was like, follow your heart, follow your heart. I would not do this process if I knew I was going to say no. I would not get my mom involved. I would not get my sisters involved. I would not get any of my real family involved. You would know a bitch like me was going to say no because the only fucking person that would be there is my dog, my best friends, because I'll be like, bitch, I'm going to say no, but I needed to look real. I needed to look like somebody that I know. And a bunch of hired motherfuckers that come to my wedding. But I would not be able to get my grandma involved, my mom, like those emotions, they're so real. Didn't want an Anton's friend be like, this fucking heartless bitch, like, ooh. Don't think Alli loves Anton. There's no way. I don't think she likes him. And your mama was being fake as shit when his mama walked in. And she was like, I really like him a lot. That's not what you were just saying in the dressing room. You were just saying, I don't like that he drinks. You see how fake motherfuckers be? What did you guys think of Alli and Anton's wedding? Like, I mean, there's just something that's been very fake about this couple all along. Like, they were really walking on eggshells trying to make sure that they got a great edit. That's just my opinion. I know for a fact that Alli knew she was going to say no weeks ago and that she kind of just like fugazied her way to the altar, which, I mean, kudos for going through with the experiment. That's the point of the experiment. If everyone left early, we'd all be pissed if we got 0 weddings. If we got 0 marriages and 0 weddings, like we would all be up in a tizzy. So you can't be mad at motherfuckers for faking it to the altar. You can't be mad for motherfuckers for not faking it and not going to the altar. That's the whole point of the experiment. But I don't know. I'm like, this cast needs some Oscars because if you knew you were going to say no and you knew weeks you were going to say no, that's a lot of crying. Like, and I get it. Maybe in the moment you're feeling all of these emotions and you're feeling like raw emotion. So I guess I get it. But I'm like, oh, these bitches need to go to acting. Oh, you knew you was going to say no. And you all up at this altar like, get me out of here. Get this off of me. Anton just went back to his little room with his little champagne and was like, you don't like that I drink? Fuck it. I do know that Anton is like in a relationship. I think he's in a relationship. He has been posting some fingers and some toesies and some ambiguous lady hands on his Instagram. So I'm almost maybe certain that he has somebody. But I guess we'll have to see at the reunion. What did you guys think of this wedding episode? Let's get into the Megan and Jordan breakup of it all because this made me shed a tear. Like the way them tears dripped down his motherfucking face, I was like, Was Jordan the only real person there? Was Jordan the only one this entire season that was actually there for love? Because, bitch, why did you push so hard to meet his motherfucking son if you was just gonna say no? It's almost like she wanted to give herself a trial run of what it would be like to date a poor person. And Jordan is not poor by any means. He does well for himself. He works a good job. He provides for his son. But she's like, let's see what it's like to date one of the regulars. Let's see what it's like to date a poor E. Poor by Megan's standards, not by like societal standards. Relax. Now, I told you guys in my spoiler video that we were going to see a continuation of Jordan and Megan's conversation that we saw them having on episode 11. That's exactly what this was. Now, why Netflix decided to plug it in at the end, it's clear that this is a continuation of that last argument, and all of the reasons that we saw her bringing up in that last argument were re-brought up, and ultimately why they ended the relationship, didn't go to the altar, and didn't get married, as I said. Because in that initial video, they were packing up and leaving the apartment, and clearly they were still here in this apartment. Jordan seemed really torn up. Like, he couldn't even talk to production. He was holding back tears. He literally was like, I wish I never introduced her to my son, which I get it. Like, I get it. I personally would have been like, you're not meeting my kid until we get married, because kids will remind you of your heartbreak every single day. They meet a motherfucker one time and they will ask every day, where's Megan? Where's Megan? Where's Megan? Wait, where's Megan? The whole time you trying to get over the bitch, and they just in your ear. You know what I mean? So I see why Jordan is disappointed. He seemed to really want this to work despite their differences. And he's right. Their only difference is their lifestyle. Like, bitch, you don't have to eat the same shit. You don't got to eat that nasty ass chicken shake. Like, you don't got to do it, girl. You don't have to do the same things. Like, you guys can maintain different lives while doing things together. Now, I do get her point of like, I've done these things by myself for years. My whole point of wanting to get married is to have a partner to share it with. However, I don't think that Megan and Jordan had any issues within their relationship that could not be compromised if both of them wanted it enough. I think she just realized, okay, I don't want a broke motherfucker. I don't want a motherfucker that works. I want a motherfucker that I can do shit with, that I can jet off with, that I can just do all the things with, that got a coin and I don't got to worry about it. Now, I don't know if Megan ever offered like, hey, Jordan, you don't have to fucking work. I'll take care of everything as long as we can do these things. I am glad if that was the case. I'm glad that Jordan didn't accept, because we would have been calling him all kind of broke ass bitches. Even though if it was a woman who married a very rich guy and he was like, you know what, babe, you don't got to work. I'm going to take care of everything. We're going to just travel the world. And she was like, okay, we all would have been like, yes, queen. Double standards. Call it what you want. I feel like there could have been compromises here, right? Like, he has a long day. He doesn't want to talk. Give the man an hour or two to decompress, and then you guys can talk. You want to go to nice dinners? Set a day a week where you guys go to nice dinners. Okay, all of the traveling and doing all of that. Bitch, you got a baby now. Okay, spoiler alert. Megan got a motherfucking baby now. So you're going to see just how much that slows down your travel plans. Although she's got a big bag, so she could probably just hire a nanny to go with her. Again, not the same experience. Jordan already said, I don't want a nanny raising my kid. But at the end of the day, she wanted to experiment dating outside of her tax bracket, and it didn't work. Okay, she just gonna go back to her tax bracket, because allegedly that baby daddy, the man that's been spotted out with the baby, apparently he's got a big bag. Apparently he's got a lots of money. But everything that she said in this argument or in this breakup, she said, like, she knew these things about him. Like, she knew all of this in the pod. So I see why Jordan's so confused. And he's like, well, why did you pick me? You literally knew everything. It was like a science project for her. You know what I mean? So I get it. There's a difference between hearing it and living it and thinking you can do it and not thinking you could do it. But I felt really bad for Jordan. Like, he seemed really torn up. He seemed like one of the only genuine guys there. I mean, ain't gonna be no problem now, because I'm sure his DM is flooded with bitches. Okay, like, oh my God, this man can cry. Oh my God, this man is emotional. Oh my God, this man got a job. Oh my God, you know, the bar is in here. So I know bitches is all over that. Not saying you ain't about shit, because Jordan seems like a swell guy. He seems like the best guy on this cast for sure. But this just seemed odd, considering she knew all of these things. So yeah, obviously at the end of all of this, we see them preview or kind of tease the reunion. And the whole thing is, this ends with her, maybe I'm not cut out to be a stepmom. Maybe I'm not cut out to be a mom. It has me questioning if I can even be a mom. And then she says, well, I have a surprise. Well, obviously that surprise is that she has a baby. Like, we dropped it on the pod, Reality Receipts. We dropped it on Reality Receipts that somebody was going to announce a baby. And then the son scooped us and caught the damn baby and the baby daddy outside the house and revealed that it was Megan. I was trying to let her announce her own baby announcement, but she is going to announce it on the reunion that she is in fact a mother now. People are curious about the timelines of this. This stopped filming in May of 2024. So that's almost a year and a half ago. So it's plenty of time to have a baby. Kind of short amount of time to like meet somebody, build a relationship, do the hippity dippity, then have a baby. But hey, not my pig, not my farm. We don't know much about baby daddy, just the pictures. We don't have a name, but if anybody knows who it is, slide into my comments. And it's not, people keep saying, oh, it's this actor, Oliver such and such. Oh, it's this guy that she was at his wedding last year. Those are just two different bald motherfuckers, okay? Bald motherfuckers look the same, okay? Differentiate, okay? It's not those two, okay? The actor had tattoos all on his neck. Baby daddy doesn't, you know. It wasn't the friend. Like, that would be super trifling of her to be at this man's wedding with his wife, and then less than a year later you got a baby with him. That would be trifling. That would have been tea. I actually kind of wish that was the story, but it's not him either. That's just another bald motherfucker, you know? So we don't know who baby daddy is, but a source did confirm to me that that is in fact the baby daddy, the one who was spotted out with the kid, and that he do got a bag. He's got some money and he's got some coins. So I guess we'll see what's up at the reunion. I think we kind of spilled her big moment, but sorry, girl. It wasn't me. It was the son. But Jordan did go on 80's podcast and he spoke very highly of her, so highly that y'all thought that meant that they got married. So I think they're in a good space. I see them like commenting on each other's Instagrams, and you know, they seem to be in a really, really good space. So I guess we have to wait till the reunion. But of course, any tea that drops in between there, I will let you guys know. We'll get into the reunion looks and stuff once they drop. What did you guys think of Megan and Jordan's breakup? It was sad. It was so sad. The Love is Blind Season 9 reunion looks are here, and let's play fashion, please, because why the fuck not? Anywho, up first, Nick and Vanessa. Pish posh, boring. Next. Okay, first up is Kate, and you might be asking yourself the same question. Why the fuck is Kate there? She got like 4 seconds of airtime. She wasn't in the final couples. She had a little thing with Nick, but I guess since there were no weddings, they were like, we have to bring the extra little people that were involved in these storylines. So she there, okay? I hate Kate's dress. I absolutely hate her dress. Her face looks gorgeous, right? Kate has a glow up, okay? She looks amazing. I love that the dress matches her eyes, but this is giving very Sheen, Fashion Nova, boutique vibes. Okay, I don't know if she was trying to go with the setting. Clearly, they're doing something this year. They done upgraded shit. Looks like they outside. It looks like they're somewhere tropical. Maybe she was trying to go with the theme. It's very Little Mermaid. It's very beady. I don't like the dress at all, but she looks great overall. Body tea, face tea, hair tea, makeup tea, dress not tea. Next up, we have Patrick, who also wasn't main cast, but you know what? We got to get what we got to get because, you know, we didn't get no motherfucking weddings. Now, I know on social media, people thought that Patrick had a glow up. A little. It looks like maybe he lost a little bit of weight. He looks the same to me. I like the color of the suit, the fit not so much, but I think overall Patrick looks really nice. Next up is Annie. She looks sober, so that's a good start, but you never know. Anywho, definitely fix that hair. She heard us all yipping and yapping about that hair and them extensions. She fixed it. Looks like she went a little shorter. Looks like she took out some track. And I actually really like Annie's dress. You can't go wrong with black. The cutout looks nice, very flattering. Love the leg. Very chic. It looks very chic. Her face looks different. And I can't pinpoint what she did. I don't know if she got like a nose job. It looks like she got some work done. She's definitely shed a few pounds because you can just see it in her face. Looks like the cast just like glowed up, but something looks different about her face. Did she get a nose job? Did she get a little rhinoplasty? You guys let me know because I can't pinpoint why she looks different, but there's definitely something very different in her face. I didn't even know who the fuck this was when I saw it. I was like, who the fuck is this? This guy wasn't on the show. This is Anton, you guys. I don't know where the fuck he thought he was going. He has a tattoo. I didn't see this tattoo the whole damn season unless I just wasn't paying attention. A dick on his arm. Like, what is? Anywho, he definitely could have done better. I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, you didn't even try. You didn't know where the hell you was going. You would. What the heck? 0 out of 10. Next up is Casey. I'm surprised her ass showed up. If I was Casey, I would not have come to this reunion. The way she got ate up on this internet, I wouldn't have been there. She looks very different too. She's definitely got some work done on her face. Definitely got a little bit more filler or something. She don't look bad. Say what you want about Casey, but you can't call her ugly, okay? Yellow is my favorite color, so I like her dress. I do think that the material of the dress, even though it's a picture and I can't feel the material, it looks like more of that casual, like cotton material, like a maxi dress that you would wear on vacation. So I don't know if it's like fitting for this setting. I do like overall like the color of the dress, the fit of the dress, the shape of the dress. It's just like it just looks like the material is maybe not the most, oh, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like it's a very nice dress. You got to find a healthy balance. You know what I mean? Be like dressy, but not like you're going to the Oscars dressy, not like you're going to prom dressy, you know what I mean? And then you don't want to be like too casual. I feel like the material in this makes it a bit too casual, even though I can't feel the damn dress. You know what the fuck I mean. Next up is Joe. Mustache is a no. Now I know we talked to Avery last week and Ashley said that she liked your mustache. She wasn't speaking for me, but she was speaking for herself. I don't like the mustache. It's okay, though. It's not okay. I hate the mustache. There's something about a mustache. It gives me very much, he's a one with a mustache. Tom Sandoval. There's something about a singular mustache that I'm like, you don't like my kind. You know what I mean? And the suit is really not working for you, Joe. It looks like you're going to work. I guess technically you are, because Love is Blind has been your job for the last, it was your job when you filmed this. And so technically you are at work, but it's giving very much, call your manager. I want to speak to your manager, you know? Then and then enters you. Sparkle Megan, I guess she wanted to like wear her sparkle. She looks really good considering the news that we know she's going to drop, that she has a baby. I mean, she looks you can't tell she had a baby. Like this woman, I'm amazed at her timeline. Like since filming Wrapped, which was May of 2024, she done found a man, or maybe she slid back to something old. We don't really know the situation there because you know they always come back. Maybe she dipped in something old, had a baby, and then snapped back. I don't love the dress. The shoes definitely don't go with the dress. Don't think I didn't see them wedges, girl. Don't think I didn't see them wedges. I know you tried to hide them with a long dress, but they don't go. I don't love this. I just feel like she is such a cute bod. Like the ruching is doing nothing. I don't know if that's see-through and that's your titty I can see. Like I don't really know what's going on. She looks cute. I like her hair. I like her makeup. Still trying to find this ass that everybody said she had. Like, and no tea, no shade, right? I've been looking for it and I can't find it. What is T though? What is T? Edmond. Okay, Edmond is Edmond. I actually like this. I'm actually not mad at this because I imagined that he was going to wear something colorful, like a very socky. Does he have the pick in his hair? I feel like I see it back there. Yeah, he's got it. I think he's trying to make that a thing. He's probably going to start like a pick line or something like that. Mark my fucking word. Because he's definitely trying to make fetch happen and it's just not going to happen. But I like this more than like that colorful shit he had on during the season, you know? So I like it. Next up is Alli. Now, Alli is the winner for me as far as best dressed. I feel like she looks incredible. This dress is very flattering. I love the gold. Her hair looks really great. Makeup is tea. It's like maybe she put like a reddish tint in her hair. She is best dressed for me of the Love is Blind reunion. This is where I'll be like, you go too formal. You know, you got to find a healthy balance because Jordan looks nice. Clearly has lost a ton of weight himself as well. But this is too formal. Like very, very nice. Very, very dapper. Very, very chic. You're not going to the Oscars. Where the fuck did you think you're going? This is the Love is Blind reunion. This ain't the Grammys, Jordan. Love you down. Too formal for the reunion. I know KB looks incredible. She looks very nice. I think there was like a gold theme going on here, like a earth tony gold greenish goldy theme. And I think Casey maybe missed the memo because she had on yellow. That's not what they mean by gold. Yellow and gold are two different things. I think KB looks really nice. I like the slit. I like the heel. It's elegant. It's a little sexy. Her makeup is tea. Hair is laid. Face is beat. KB's look. She's definitely like second best dressed for me of the girls. It's like Alli and KB are definitely in the tippity top. Nick looks nice. Nick looks nice. I feel like this is how men should dress to a reunion. A suit, but not a bow tie. You get it, Jordan? You get it. But we know he knows his fashion, right? He knows how to slay. And that he did. I like his look. I think he's the best dressed of the men for me. Last but certainly not least, we have Madison. Now, I didn't recognize Madison at first. There's something going on with the eyes. She looks a little, I don't know, maybe she's going for this look. You know what I mean? Very Vogue, very like, yes, I didn't recognize her at first, but she looks great. She looks great. I love it looks like maybe she darkened her hair a little bit. Her makeup looks really good. Hate the dress. So glad she doesn't have on a sparkle heel, but like this is okay to wear a sparkle heel. This occasion calls for a sparkle heel, but there's something about the dress, like it makes, the girls look really nice. I like the cutout. It fits her very well. There's just something about like a sheer long gown, but then half of it's short and then the rest of it is sheer that I don't fuck with. So I think that's the problem here. But overall, she looks very nice. So best dressed of the men for me is going to be Nick. And then the women is going to go Alli with KB in a very, very close second. What do you guys think of the reunion looks? And even though nobody got married, will you be watching the Love is Blind season 9 reunion on October 29th? I'll be there. I'm going to be there and I'm going to talk some shit. Because we know y'all ain't going to ask the right questions. There ain't shit to ask anymore because everybody been out here, in interviews, but we'll see what we get. See you guys October 29th.